Listening, a reflection on James, Book 1, 19 to 21. The passage instructs us to be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. This guidance provides a framework for how we can practice active listening, which is essential for our spiritual and relational well-being. The soul-starving consequence of not listening. When we lose the ability to listen, we starve our souls of empathy and feed anger and self-righteousness. When we refuse to truly hear another person, we are shutting ourselves off from their experience and their perspective. This creates a vacuum of understanding which is quickly filled by our own assumptions and prejudices. This self-focused posture breeds anger because we become frustrated when others do not conform to our preconceived notions. It also fosters self-righteousness as we become convinced of our own rightness and fail to see our own shortcomings. Active listening as a Christian disciple. James' warning to be quick to hear is not a passive instruction. It calls for an intentional, active approach to communication. The suggestion to ask questions, stay curious, and paraphrase their words back to them is a practical method for putting this verse into action. This process of active listening is more than just hearing words. It's about seeking to understand the heart of the speaker. It is a way of showing love and respect for the person created in God's image. By taking the time to truly listen, we are not only showing compassion to others, but we're also growing in wisdom. We learn about different life experiences and gain a wider perspective on the world. This wisdom, as James tells us, is a gift from God. The passage in verse 21 encourages us to receive with meekness the implanted word. This implanted word is the message of the gospel, which we are to receive and practice in our lives. We cannot hear God's word or others' words if our hearts and ears are closed. Growing in influence and godliness. The quote suggests that being a good listener helps us to grow in influence because everyone likes being around a good listener. From a Christian perspective, this influence is not about gaining power or popularity, but about serving others and pointing them towards Christ. When we genuinely listen to people, we build a foundation of trust that can create opportunities for sharing the gospel. In conclusion, James chapter 1, 19 to 21 and the accompanying reflection call Christians to a higher standard of communication. By being quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger, we actively practice empathy, resist self-righteousness, and grow in both wisdom and influence. Active listening becomes a vital part of our spiritual journey, helping us to reflect God's love to the world and to become more like